tips about how to be healthy, fashionable, balanced, and happy. So, again, thanks to all of our loyal listeners who are tuned into Ageless Living, we are going to be talking on this segment of the show about juicing, and in fact, we have some actual practitioners that can share with us some good advice about how it is that you can create your own juice, why you should juice organically versus other types. And we also have the ability to what they're going to be sharing too is from a holistic perspective. We actually have Dr. Kim on the air with us today, who's going to be talking about all the different ways that you can not only use juice to become healthy, but in other ways, why you shouldn't be. In other words, how to eat right, the nutrition overall. We can't always just juice fast, even though, of course, the juice bar that's in her practice would probably love it if we all just went on juice fast 24 hours a day for 365. But the reality is that juice fasting is a good way to cleanse, but then you also want to have good, solid nutrition overall in your life. So, want to welcome Dr. Kim on the air.
Welcome, Dr. Kim.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
All right, and then if you want to also introduce inside of your holistic practice, you have a juice bar as well, and so we want to welcome you on the air as well.
Thank you.
Now, there's two different websites, correct, for both of you?
There's actually one, and the other one is under construction right now.
Oh,
It's being
okay.
revamped completely so that we can merge.
Oh, great.
So right now, the one that's up and running is the Phoenix Natural Medicine.
Okay, very good.
It's phxnaturalmedicine.com.
And Detox Center.
And Detox Center, yeah.
Okay,
So
very
you can
good.
look us up. Yeah, so
So tell us a little bit about your center, and what made you add juicing into it, and talk a little bit about, well, first, let's give a shameless plug for both of your businesses. For those of you who have a pencil and paper handy, write down the name of the website and contact information in case you want to go visit them as well.
yeah, so Miss Annette.
It's the Phoenix Natural Medicine and Detox Center, and we are 301 Phoenix Natural Medicine and Detox Center, and we are 301 West Roosevelt Street, and that is Third Avenue in Roosevelt.
Mhm. Our phone number there is area code 602 307-0888, and right now, I mean, because it is a shameless plug happening, because it's a shameless plug, we're currently running a ton of specials. We're pending so the Vitus Center of Integrative Medicine and the Phoenix Natural Medicine and Detox Center are merging, and so we're actually anticipating our grand opening on November 9th, and there's flyers going around for, low cost like big sales with B12 shots and just different ways to get healthier.
Great.
And as far as there's a book that's coming out for actually myself and my business partner, Dr. Gerald Gray, are going to be writing a book on juicing so that everyone can just, people say that juicing is good. They don't actually give you the scientific evidence behind why it's good for the immune system, why it's good for the healing process. And so it's nice. It's going to have recipes in it, and so it's a good way to get started.
What does your center do besides,
Juicing. It's actually a full medical clinic, so we can do blood draws there, and we can treat anything there, from colds to, there's actually cancer patients there as well. We were able to do IVs. Of course, the juice bar is there. We have a full apothecary with herbs, and we have 2 colon hydrotherapists and an acupuncturist who is an oriental medical doctor as well. So it's a truly collaborative practice. There's massage
we also
therapists.
have massages, infrared sauna, and we have like integrative relaxation kind of massage where you combine
so do you
the
treat cancer patients mostly?
yes.
Cancer
Yes.
patients.
There's a lot of
A
cancer
lot of
patients
different
that
people.
come. But the thing is that truly being holistic, we have to understand that there's no such thing as diseases. It's just a corrective measure on your body's divine way of healing to keep us alive. So it really doesn't matter if you have a cold or an autoimmune disease or whatever it is. Wherever you are on the health spectrum, which is where all of us are sitting, there's always room for bettering, and there's always room for healing.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So, what kind of a vegetable or fruits are recommended for what conditions? Do you have a list of certain things for certain items for certain conditions?
We use things like broccoli, cabbage, that's for cancer, dandelion greens, and beets. That's used mainly for your liver condition.
Mm-hmm.
And the overall detoxin, we combine the juice with kale, lemons and ginger, which is also good for your digestion, your immune system. Cucumbers, celery, spinach, apples, green apples.
So you actually have a menu or list?
Yes,
of
we do.
foods?
Yes, we do.
Which you can find on the website, I'm pretty sure.
Yes,
Yeah.
You can actually go there, and they tend to be pretty simple.
Yes,
And the reason is that it allows you to preserve the consistent flavors, and also, as Dr. Lee is saying, if you have certain ailments, you know that you can come in and just get that particular combination.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I do want to mention that the apothecary there is pretty impressive. And for any of you who think that the apothecary shops is an archaic word, it actually should never have become an archaic word. Throughout the years, we got replaced by quote, quote, modern medicine, and there's so many, in my opinion, natural earth has actually has things that are just good for us in general that sometimes have been changed. Well, like, for example, I was watching a video on chocolate. Chocolate actually has medicinal qualities to it. The original cacao bean, correct?
Yeah.
Yes,
But-
cacao does.
Yes, but the chocolate itself, not so much,
They're
guys.
right.
So don't get
When
excited
you
to run
add
out
the
there.
milk and sugar.
You're right.
Right.
Absolutely. So
Yeah.
that's an example of what modern medicine has done to herbs that are good for us. Then we put them into artificial form. And really what we do, I mean, if you ever, I'm just surprised that people still take drugs after we watch on television, and at the very end, that a lot of the times the side effects are death. So, I mean, it's kind of a weird concept. Not to take up too much time, but I just wanted to share with those that haven't gone down there to visit. Share the website one more time and the address.
It's Phoenix Natural Medicine and Detox Center .com, and also the address is 301 West Roosevelt Street, and it's 3rd Avenue, not 3rd Street, and it's Phoenix, and the zip code is 85033.
003.
003.
That's right in the downtown area.
Right
Yeah.
downtown, and
Yeah.
I will tell you, it is the most quaint area. It's probably the part of Phoenix that feels most like Greenwich Village than any part of Arizona.
Yeah,
And
it's
we're
really, really
kitty
nice.
corner from Peter Jungle. People go to
Yeah.
Peter Jungle.
True.
Yes.
So go recover from Pita Jungle.
Yeah.
Right?
Peter Jungle
Right.
restaurant.
I do have another burning question.
Sure.
That is mixing of vegetable and fruits. What do you still taking on that? There's a debate on should you mix.
Should you mix? Should you not mix?
Right.
For by and large, greens should be taken in together, and I think that fruit-wise, one fruit that we use is lemons, which is alkalinizing and has a low glycemic index, as well as
An
a
apple.
green apple is what we use, and it's very limited, and it's just to give it some sweet flavor. So it's, if you can do without the greens, or if you can do it without the fruit, then sure. But if the alternative to not putting a fruit in is not drinking the juice at all, then put the fruit in
I
and drink
tend to
the
do
greens.
same.
And also, a very senior naturopathic doctor told me many, many years ago that the reason why we do not mix the fruit and vegetables, and since then I've been, that's my rule of thumb, is it has two different enzymes, and they kind of like
Your body breaks them down
well,
differently.
well, not only that,
They
it
interact.
antagonizes in your system, and it damages the linings of your stomach, and it's good to use them like 2 hours apart of each other, and so therefore the only fruit that has been over the years being experimented with to go with the vegetables and does not cause that situation is the apples.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's good to know because they're sweet.
Yeah.
They can sweeten it up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
apple's very good for us.
Okay.
Yeah, the point is.
And it has the enzymes to break down your food. Yeah.
Apple does or
Yes,
doesn't?
apples, yeah.
Does.
Pepin, is it pepin?
There's
For
a
apples.
limited amount of papain, which is
Yeah.
actually more widely known for pineapples. It
Digestive
still is in
enzyme.
there.
So apple is more recommended or less recommended than other fruits?
It's
More
more
recommended
Okay,
than other fruits.
so there's less of the enzyme type of activity than other fruits. So if you have to use apple, it's a good one to
Yeah.
mix with vegetables.
Yes.
Yeah.
Relatively.
Mhm.
That would
Very
be the one.
encouraging. You bet. Also, just to give a little bit of a personal element, Dr. Kim shared with me that she lost a little bit of weight, as I did.
So a
What's
little
the,
bit of weight.
What's the story there?
So the story behind it is that I've been diagnosed with multiple autoimmune diseases, and I was 100 pounds heavier than I am now. And with me, the juicing is what made my autoimmune disease become undetectable.
Mhm.
The point is that what I know, the doctors in conventional medicine now, what they do is their explanation is that, oh, your body is attacking itself. And to that, what I say is, well, have you ever tried like running into something or like hurting yourself or smacking yourself? It doesn't happen. And the thing is that what my body was doing was trying to heal myself, because the inflammation is the first step to all healing processes. So for me, it's like, okay, if my immune system, which 85% is in the gut, gets a rest, but gets a full dose of an armful of vegetables, the vitamins and minerals that are in there, through the gut, and it gets to rest, then the immune system gets to kick in and heal.
And juicing helps.
And
Yeah.
juicing
That part
does,
a lot,
absolutely.
Wonderful. There's so much to talk about. We're coming at the end of the break, and it's time to end the segment. But we may, if with Dr. Lee's permission, we might bring you on again because, and if you would consider coming on again, because there's just so much knowledge there, so much information. But the thing that I wanted to bring forward is that we have a couple of people here who practice what they preach.
Mhm.
They've actually lost the weight, recovered from diseases. This stuff actually works. But again, as in anything, you have to be under a doctor's care, which you have Dr. Lee and you have Dr. Kim on the show today. It would be good places to go.
We would be honored to be back, as soon as you'll have us.
Thank you.
The juicing ebook is going to be coming out before the holidays. It's actually, the title is going to be To Juice or Not to Juice. There is no question. The miracle of sunshine in a
that.
glass.
That's good.
So once that comes out, we would love to be back, and that'll be, on our shelves, and it'll be a lot of the topics that we didn't get to discuss, my personal story, and a lot of Lynette's recipes will be in there as well.
Absolutely. And
Thank you, Dr. Kim.
And I do invite everybody to go down there because not only is it quaint in the area that they're in, it's also just beautifully decorated inside. And it feels like a holistic place it should feel with a great juicing center. Everything's organic is there.
Yes.
So everything that you'll go in there and get organic juicing. But again, thank you for tuning in to Ageless Living here on Voice America and World Talk Radio. When we come back right after the break, we're going to talk about, return to talking about the video and all of the results that we were talking about in the first segment. So we'll be right back after the break.